Have you ever wondered what makes a dictator tick? What goes on in the minds of those who hold absolute power and control over millions of lives? What drives them to do the unthinkable? Is it a quest for power, a deep-seated paranoia, or something even more sinister? Today, we're diving into the world of history's most infamous leaders, exploring some truly mind-blowing facts that you won't believe are true. From bizarre obsessions to tragic actions, these stories will leave you astounded. Welcome to another episode of Crazy Facts About Dictators. Buckle up because this journey is going to be a wild ride through the annals of history. Our journey begins with none other than Joseph Stalin, whose paranoia knew no bounds. Stalin's reign over the Soviet Union was marked by extreme suspicion and ruthless purges. Did you know Stalin once ordered the arrest of every doctor in the Soviet Union? This wasn't just a random act of cruelty, it was driven by his deep-seated fear of being poisoned. Why? Because he feared they were plotting to poison him. Stalin's paranoia led him to believe that even those sworn to heal were out to get him. Over 1,500 doctors were imprisoned, and some were even tortured. The medical community was thrown into chaos, and the repercussions were felt throughout the Soviet Union. Imagine that level of suspicion. Living in constant fear, Stalin's actions were driven by a relentless need to eliminate any perceived threat, no matter how unfounded. Now let's shift gears to Adolf Hitler, whose obsession with the occult is legendary. Hitler's fascination with mysticism and the supernatural influenced many of his decisions and policies. Hitler believed in the power of mysticism and consulted astrologers regularly. He sought guidance from the stars, hoping to find answers and gain an edge in his quest for domination. One of his most bizarre quests was to find the Holy Grail, which he believed would grant him supernatural powers. This quest was not just a fanciful dream, it was a serious endeavor that consumed significant resources. But it's not all bizarre tales. The actions of dictators often had devastating consequences for their people and their countries. Some dictators' actions were simply tragic. Their pursuit of power and control led to unimaginable suffering and loss. Take Pol Pot of Cambodia, who orchestrated the Khmer Rouge regime's brutal genocide. Pol Pot's vision of an agrarian utopia resulted in one of the most horrific genocides in history. Under his rule, nearly a quarter of Cambodia's population perished in just 4 years, in a quest to create an agrarian utopia. The country was plunged into chaos, and the scars of this dark period are still felt today. And let's not forget about Kim Jong-il of North Korea, whose legend includes the claim that he invented the hamburger. This claim is just one of many bizarre and exaggerated stories propagated by the North Korean regime. Yes, you heard that right. According to North Korean propaganda, Kim Jong-il supposedly created the perfect hamburger during a visit to a meat processing plant. This story was part of a larger effort to build a cult of personality around the leader. These stories remind us of the incredible power and sometimes absurdity of those who wield absolute control. The lengths to which dictators will go to maintain their image and control are often beyond belief. Whether driven by paranoia, megalomania, or sheer eccentricity, dictators have left an indelible mark on history, for better or for worse. Their actions have shaped the course of nations and the lives of millions. The stories of these dictators serve as a stark reminder of the dangers of absolute power. They highlight the importance of checks and balances in governance, and the need to remain vigilant against the rise of authoritarianism. As we reflect on these crazy facts about dictators, let us also remember the lessons history has taught us. The importance of democracy, human rights, and the rule of law cannot be overstated. While the past is filled with tales of tyranny and oppression, the future holds the promise of a better world. A world where leaders are held accountable, and the voices of the people are heard. Many dictators have met their downfall and their regimes have crumbled. This gives us hope that no matter how dark the times may seem, the light of justice and freedom will eventually prevail. In the end, it is up to us to learn from the past and work together to build a future where such tyrants can no longer rise to power. Through international cooperation and a commitment to democratic values, we can ensure a brighter future for all. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the crazy facts about dictators. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating insights into history's most notorious figures. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.